Bible is literature. Bible has a lot of different genres. And often these are composite genres, you know. Jesus has apocalyptic moments in the technical sense in Mark 13, Matthew 24, Luke 21. It's like Jesus on the Mount of Olives, and he's just like, he's channeling Daniel, you know. He's speaking in a very apocalyptic vein. Okay. Some people will say, well, apocalyptic is sort of a late Second Temple genre that's a theological coping mechanism for the failure of God's promises. Because God promised Israel that it would have this great kingdom and flourish and all that, but pretty much the opposite had happened. And so, you know, sort of like maladjusted scribes like Daniel and Ezekiel and Zechariah and Enoch and 4 Ezra.
This is their way of coping with the fact that God didn't come through.
God is really in control. If only you could see the heavens, God is in control. It's a sort of it's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
The problem with that is that it's a poor reading of the Bible. That is to say, from the very beginning, from the Pentateuch, the book of Genesis on, we get strategic placements of the concept ba'acharit hayamim in Hebrew, in the last days.
Oh,
The trajectory is eschatological from protological from the beginning. So, you know, to say that, well, apocalyptic is sort of this late Second Temple genre that really doesn't relate to the rest of the Bible. False.
It's been around for a long time.
It's actually like the whole thing's apocalyptic at a deep, deep level. And also, from a Christian standpoint, the last days, that began with the resurrection of Jesus. So very often when Christians will something bad will happen in the world, be like, do you think we're in the last? That shows, though, that our lingo, our worldview is pre-New Testament or it is sub-Christian. Because if the correct answer to the question, are we living in the last days, is yes. But that's been going on for, a couple thousand years now.